Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Starting 11. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Streets Won't Forget Starting 11. Disclaimer, this video is going to be based off opinion, my personal one, rather than actual facts, as there's no facts for Streets Won't Forget players, so if there are any players you feel like I may have missed out, please let me know in the comments down below. Reminder, we're also trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025, so please help us in achieving that goal. Today's formation will be a 4-3-3 with a cam and 2 centre mids. Just a reminder before getting into the starting 11, we will be doing a Champions League prediction at the end of the video where I think this team would place. Now, starting off with the goalkeeper as usual, it's former Brazil international and Benfica keeper Julio Cesar. Cesar was part of Mourinho's Inter Milan treble winning side. He was also Brazil's number 1 at the 2014 World Cup. He had a successful career, but what makes him Streets Won't Forget player was his time at QPR and Benfica. Imagine going from Inter Milan to QPR to then Benfica. The difference between the clubs is mental. He made 539 career appearances for club and country, 452 of them at club level and 87 of them for Brazil. In the right back position is former PSG and current Ivory Coast right back Serge Aurier. A bit hot-headed at times and was heavily criticised for his defending during his time at Tottenham. But he's someone who gives me flashbacks to FIFA 15 and FIFA 16, where he was in a lot of starter teams. He was a solid right back for PSG, playing 57 times for them before leaving for Tottenham. He's also a 2 times AFCON winner with Ivory Coast. He's currently still active, unlike Julio Cesar, but doesn't play much at Galatasaray and only has made 4 appearances for them so far. In the right centre back position is another former Brazilian, Naldo. Naldo was mainly remembered for his time at Schalke and Wolfsburg. He only ever received 4 caps from the Brazil national team, but was a solid centre half for all the teams he played for in Germany. He built himself a respectable reputation, being known for his dominant aerial abilities, leadership and pace. Naldo ended his career at Monaco in France in 2020, where he also came out later saying Thierry Henry was the reason he signed for the club. He ended his career with 450 appearances for club and country and scored 57 goals. Partnering Naldo is another former Bundesliga and Brazilian centre-back in the left centre-back position. As someone who used to also play with Naldo is Dante. Dante and Naldo played 1 season together before both centre-backs departed from Wolfsburg in 2016. Dante was famously at Bayern for 3 years, making 86 appearances but never cemented a starting position. Dante is still strongly going at 41 years old at Nice, where he's about to enter his 10th season with the club. He only made 13 appearances with Brazil, and his last cap for Brazil was that famous loss to Germany in the World Cup semi-final, where they lost 7-1. Ending the back line is former Aurier teammate. The two played 1 season together as fullback pairings. Kurzawa, the only defender to have scored a hat-trick in the Champions League. He came against Anderlecht in 2017. Remember, he's a left back and he scored a hat-trick. Kurzawa, like Aurier, was also criticised for his defending, but did have moments of greatness. The difference between PSG's fullbacks now compared to 2015 is amazing. Kurzawa made 14 appearances for the French national team, scoring 1 goal. He's still an active player, aged 32, playing at Boavista, if I pronounced that correctly. Moving on to the midfield. We're spoiled for choice here, and arguably all 3 of these players could be the face of Streets Won't Forget ballers. The first 8 is former Tottenham and Belgian international, Moussa Dembele. Just to let you lot know, De Bruyne said you can't get a ball off him. He's one of the best players he's seen, and Pochettino said without him there's no Tottenham back in 2018. That should give you a description of him. Moussa Dembele was known for his strength and elegance on the ball. He was quite literally the definition of press proven. He was also famously known for his time at Tottenham, where he spent 7 seasons at the club. He retired in 2022 in China, where he ended his career 543 appearances, 82 of them coming for Belgium and 461 at club level. He scored 52 goals in total. The other centre mid is former Moroccan and QPR midfielder Adel Taarabt. Yes, I know. Before you say he was more of a 10 and winger, I know that. But at Benfica, Bruno Lage converted him to an 8, so he's therefore eligible for the centre mid position. Adel Taarabt was arguably the most skillful player the Prem's ever seen. He was so naturally gifted with the ball, but like everyone says, he just didn't have the mindset to play football or the discipline for it. He's still active playing in the UAE, but he could have, like so many others in this starting 11, achieved more. Completing the midfield in the cam is another player who should have achieved more, but in all fairness, did end up playing alongside Neymar and Mbappe at PSG for a season. is from a French and Newcastle player, Hatim Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa is the only one, alongside Okocha, who could challenge Taarabt for being the most skillful player the Premier's ever seen. But again, like Taarabt, just didn't have the mindset. Although, he did at least reach the highest level possible with the most recent Champions League winners, PSG. He also managed to get 15 France call-ups, scoring 2 goals. He's still an active player, but has been without a club since 2022, where he last played for Lille. Onto the attack. And as just mentioned, in the left wing position is JJ Okocha. Former Nigerian and Bolton player JJ Okocha wasn't really known for his time off the left, but featured there a couple times, so therefore he's eligible. The Nigerian was known for his flair and dribbling. Truly an icon of the Prem that will never be forgotten. Okocha's last appearance came for Hull in 2012, and since then has obviously been retired. In the right wing position is former Barcelona and Portuguese winger, who was actually competing with Ronaldo at such a young age. If you still don't know who it is, the player was known for his travellas. Yes, you're correct if you said Ricardo Quaresma, one of the biggest what ifs, but still had somewhat of a successful career. It's just his ceiling was much higher. He played a pivotal role to Portugal's 2016 Euros, mainly playing as a super sub who always contributed. He made 602 career appearances, 80 of them for Portugal, 522 at club level, scoring 87 goals in his entire career, 10 of them coming for Portugal and 77 at club level. Completing the attack and starting 11 is former AC Milan and Italian international, Mario Balotelli. Where do you even start with this guy? The man who set fireworks off in his own bathroom and even in changing rooms. Nevertheless, he does have a treble on his CV with Inter Milan and a Premier League which he famously assisted Aguero against QPR for the last minute winner to clinch the title with Manchester City. For me, his most iconic moment is when he scored 2 goals against Germany and he did the iconic no celebration and no shirt and flex celebration. That second goal was outrageous and even more impressive when you realise he had a prime Philipp Lahm chasing him down and a prime Manuel Neuer in goal. Balotelli last played for Genoa this season, but he had his contract terminated after a couple months. He's currently still seeking for another club. That's the starting 11 complete. Before we move on to the manager, I want to introduce a new concept, an honourable mention player. And in today's video, our honourable mentions player is Samir Nasri, who had a hard time leaving out of his team, but I just couldn't find anywhere in the starting 11 for him. Known for his speed and effective dribbling, he was mainly remembered for his time at Man City and Arsenal. He retired in 2020 after a doping incident, which he quotes destroyed his love for the game, so retired at age 33. He made 420 appearances in his career, 41 for France and 317 at the club level, scoring in total 57 goals, 5 of them coming for France and 52 at club level. Now on to the manager, and it's probably an obvious selection for Streets Won't Forget manager. It's Marcelo Bielsa, who currently manages Uruguay. For those who didn't know, Guardiola said he's probably the person I've admired most in world football. If that doesn't tell you anything, then I don't know what does. He's most known for his time at Leeds, where he had Leeds playing beautiful football that was full of running and pressing. He guided him to a 9th place finish, which is very impressive considering it's your first year back in the Premier League. He unfortunately did get sacked 2 seasons after, but his spell in the Premier League is a spell that won't be forgotten. That's the Streets Won't Forget starting 11 complete. Now on to the predictions. Where do I think this team would place in the current Champions League? I think they will either be grouped or make it to around the 32. For me, there's not enough discipline in this team. A lot of talent, sure, but it's not five-a-side. Bielsa's attacking style would help these players more than a defensive manager, but I think it's only enough at around the 32, at most. Let me know what you lot think in the comment section down below. That's the end of the videos today. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn notifications on, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Thank you for watching.